Hello and welcome to part 12 of this walkthrough for Khare, City Port of Traps. In our last video, we discovered that Sansis is hiding out in the sewers and is leading an army of goblins to take over Khare. It's our mission to stop him, so let's waste no more time. Go to the flag, the steeple. You make your way through the wasteland towards the church. Most of the building is in ruins, but a tall steeple still reaches for the sky. Circling the steeple are two dark shapes that look like enormous birds. At the foot of the church, a man dressed in rags is curled up asleep. Select, look at him. You stop and peer down to look at him. Could this be Theetah, the blind beggar that you were told to find? Select, check the sketches of the nobles. You check your pictures, and there he is. The beggar is Theetah, the seventh noble of Khare. Select, wake him. At first he doesn't respond, and you wonder if you're too late. But then he sits up sharply. Who's there? He demands. I'm under attack! Under attack! He rubs his eyes, then reaches out with dirty fingertips for your face. Select, introduce myself. Greetings, you say. The beggar groans and grumbles. What did you wake me for? I can see in my dreams, you know. I'd rather stay there. Select, are you the Theetah, noble of Khare? The beggar looks absolutely terrified by the accusation. He begins to curl up around himself and scream. It seems quite a strong reaction. Then you see he's not looking at you, but past you. Select look up. You turn your attention skywards to see the two dark shapes are hurtling downwards, beating wide, leathery wings. They are the creatures you saw flying around the steeple. God-cursed harpies, he declares bitterly. They come for me every time. Every coin I get, every apple, every stinking crust of bread, they come and they take it from me. What did I do to deserve such torment? Select, step in front of the beggar. You ease the man aside and stare up into the sky. The harpies are screaming down towards him, ugly, dark-skinned creatures with sharp talons on their arms and legs, coming to tear out what's left of his eyes. Select, cast a spell. And the spell we're going to cast is dim. Select the small d, I, and M, and cast. You cast a spell over the first harpy, which begins to reel and stagger in the air as though drunk. It seems these creatures are not especially clever, as they quickly forgets how to fly properly, and begins dropping from the air, then raising up to the high, and finally takes to repeatedly flying itself into the side of a nearby building. This continues until the harpy has brained itself unconscious, and it crashes to the ground in a plum of dirt. You gather your strength for the next battle. Pause the video here, and continue once you defeat the second harpy. Before we continue, do not select the option to give back the badge. The beggar simply looks at it and throws it away, so you might as well keep it. Instead, select the option, talk to him. The beggar creeps out from his hiding place and thanks you 2 or 3 times over. Lord Theetah, I'd like to talk to you. He sighs. That's my name, I don't deny it. I'll talk to you happily. Ever since the blindness struck me down, I've been tormented by those demons, and now they're dead. You have saved me, or as much as I can be saved. Select, what happened to your eyes? A black eye curse, and I know who cursed me. It was Sansis. Once he was a good ruler, fair and honest. He ruled Khare like a kind father looks after his cherished daughter. Nothing was too much effort, but then he began to fear the other councillors. He thought we were plotting against him, ready to overthrow him. Select, were you? The beggar laughed sadly. Molus was. As soon as Sansa gave Molus one of the spell lines, he wanted them all. He wanted them for himself so he could hold the city to ransom. Molus used to be a blackmailer, and the beggar sighs. But I was loyal, and Sansa repaid me like this. He begins to weep once more. The beggar shivers against the sudden breath of cold. The afternoon is waning. Evening is approaching already. Days are growing shorter, Theetah remarks. It's like that here, near the Balkans. Select, give him some food. You pull out some bread and cheese and offer it to the beggar, and he accepts it greedily, gobbling so fast you think he'll make himself sick. I feel almost human again, he remarks. Today has been the luckiest day. Friend, let me reward you. Select, wait to see what he offers. Here is my story, he begins. I used to collect tax for the city, but I didn't account truthfully, and that's why those harpies still haunt me. As revenge for everything I ever took for myself, I gave the most valuable piece of it now to you. And with that he holds out a ring of silver, fashioned in the shape of a serpent that curls twice around your finger. This is a talisman to protect you from serpents. Please take it. It will be useful to you, I know it. Select, take it. You take the ring and place it on your finger and thank him. You can't help but wonder if you'll ever learn whether it's a truly powerful item or whether it's just a trinket, and he smiles contentedly. Perhaps, he says, I feel a little better now. Select, give him his walking cane. Here, I have something for you. You take his outstretched hand and place the walking cane into its grip. His finger finds its familiar shape, and he leans quickly onto it with a sigh. My old friend, he murmurs, this saw me through the worst times when my eyes were failing. I hardly need it now, of course. To demonstrate, he spins around on the spot, gets his legs into a tangle, and sits sharply down, laughing. But thank you, stranger, you are indeed kind. Select, tell me your spell line for the gate. Happily, he says, I am glad to be rid of it. It was... oh no, my memory's not as good as it was. Let me see, it was... He racks his brain thinking for all he's worth. Select, wait. Got it, he exclaims. It's by Cougar's Grace and... something's pride. Oh, but I can't remember what it was. You have heard the other half of the line, however. Fuga? That's it, Theetah exclaims. Or was it Tenga? No, I think it was Fuga. Select, leave him. You thank the beggar once more for his help, then you look onto the track ahead and take your leave. Select, continue, and once again go to the flag, edge of the wasteland. Select, continue again, and go to the flag, the fence. The path ends at a tall and ancient iron fence, overgrown with weeds. Through the dense leaves you can make out a wide area beyond, dotted with stones and small buildings and straight, somber trees. It is a necropolis of mausoleums and tombs. Select, cast a spell. And the spell we're going to cast is How. Select H, O, W, and cast. You cast a spell and a clear, calm voice enters your mind to tell you that there is indeed a way through the fence. You cannot see it, however, so it must be covered up somehow. The voice offers no more aid, and then the spell fizzles away. Something, a rat perhaps, scurries through the fence and back into the wasteland. Select Pull the ivy away. You crouch down and begin to clear the ivy from the base of the fence, and sure enough, a foxhole is quickly revealed, which tunnels directly underneath. Select Climb into the hole. You kneel down and wiggle your way through the foxhole. It is so narrow that you have to keep your arms out in front of you and drag your pack along behind you, but thankfully it is short, coming up on the other side of the fence less than 2 strides away. You pull yourself up from the hole and into a graveyard. Select Continue and go to the flag, the graveyard. And that's going to do it for this video. I'll see you all next time.